And what is up, guys? Technicals here. So Salad did a state of Salad where the developers sit down and talk about Salad, upcoming changes, problems on the platform, things like that. They did this 5 days ago. I saw Brandoncoin did his synopsis. Go over to his channel if you want to watch the complete thing. It's about 2 hours long. He goes through the whole thing. He posted it on his channel, makes some remarks. I'm going to try to condense this down into the juicy bits. I've already watched this all the way through, and because I'm into self-flagellation, because I'm into breaking it down for you guys, because I want some views, I'm going to skip to the juicy parts, give my commentary, and I'd love to know what yours is in the comments below.
That'll be color commentary for the most part from now on, because I have an announcement, some news. I've accepted a new position within Salad. So I'm not leaving Salad, but I have accepted an entirely different job, full-time, ink signed. It's not just like I'm running over here to do this for a little bit and then I'm coming.
All right, so basically Jared over at Salad, who's been something like the community manager there, he is stepping away from that role and going into more of a sales position. They go on to mention that work has dried up, and that's kind of like been the song and dance here for the past few weeks. Too many people hashing on Salad, too many hosts, not enough work on the back end. So he's being repurposed, reassigned into a sales position to try to drum up more people that need our GPU power, so we have more jobs, more consistent jobs ongoing.
Platforms have closed signups as to not allow an overflow or influx of new users to keep a balance of work. What would Salad consider this to balance the chefs with containers?
Well, that is, I would say, something that is on the table.
All right, so the question that came in was there going to be any sort of, because there's too much supply, too many people joining Salad, because everyone watches my videos and joins Salad, then not enough jobs to go around. And so people are kind of like, put off by that. And they said it is on the table that they turn off signups. Now, other platforms have done this where it's a closed sort of thing. Only a certain number of people can come in and do this. Salad has been sort of like, this is for everybody, and really not wanted to do that. But now they're saying it's on the table. So is the writing on the wall? That's probably a good thing if you're already on Salad, because it seems like anyone who's in the crypto mining sphere who has already, tried Salad, is doing Salad, has made up their mind that they're going to do it. And people that have been holding out, it doesn't seem like too many people are really on the fence, because with crypto mining profits the way they are, you've either gone on Salad or you've turned off, in my opinion, just kind of putting my finger in the pulse of what's going on in the community. So it seems like that option's on the table, and if they're saying that option's on the table and they were against it before, if I was a betting man, I'd say they might just go ahead and turn off signups. The fact that they've nuked the referral program kind of lends to this theory that they might do that too, because they don't want people to sign up. They go on later in the stream to say that they've discontinued advertising completely. So they've kind of turned off anything that would bring more people onto the platform as hosts.
Rating, score, anything other than just calculating.
So this question was actually from Brandoncoin. He said he's got dedicated rigs, and most people coming from the crypto mining sphere have these dedicated Salad rigs. Is there any sort of prioritization going to be given to people who have these, high uptime, these dedicated rigs, versus the normies who are just doing Salad jobs on, on their off time at night when they're in bed or whatever? Again, they're kind of mum on it. They don't say yes or no. They say something's in the works, or we've been looking at it. We've had a conversation about it, whatnot. I think a lot of us that do Salad who are coming from the crypto sphere would like something like that. We feel like, if we're dedicating hardware, leaving it running at all times, we should get priority over the people who are just casuals. But then again, I understand Salad's position. They want a large pool of people at the ready to fulfill the jobs. Should these sales efforts bear fruit and they get these customers coming in, they need a large pool of people to fulfill those orders. So I kind of see it both ways.
Part of the problem right now is that I guess I can't get into numbers, right? But like, there's hundreds of machines just like yours shopping. And there's a significant portion of those that there's no job available for. And when you're talking about hundreds of machines available, that may mean that hundreds of machines are competing for the same job as you. So again, it's just a state of the amount of demand that's on the network right now. It's something that I'm directly, like I said, jumping over to full-time sales and business development to try to address.
What is the question? I don't think I see it on screen.
So essentially, if they are being graded, Spray and Lead wants to know, or rather believes that they should be able to see the grade. What are your thoughts on that, Ivan?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily agree.
So if you were hoping to see what your grade is other than just you're a star chef, it's not going to happen.
We want the chefs to be competitive to try to get the best possible.
Yes, we do. However, there are, how can I put this? Some of the ratings are for malicious things that some people can do.
All right, so interesting question here that kind of leads me into another subject, different scenario. When we are your employers, don't you want us to be competitive and try to get the best rating that we can? They kind of beat around the bush on this a little bit, and it seemed to be a theme. They're being very nice. I don't know if I would be that nice. This is why I'm never going to be the community manager of Salad or anything, because people there seems to be kind of a similar sentiment in cryptocurrency. It's not it's not everywhere. It's not prolific. But people think, they're doing some great service for a crypto project by mining the coin, or they're doing Salad a great service by chopping. You're getting paid for it. So they're being overly nice, but a lot of these questions come through. I would just say, like, no, I don't care. We don't have any jobs. Go away. I mean, obviously they're not going to attract many people doing that. And again, that's just what I would say, but it kind of is a similar thing. A lot of beating around the bush during this. Just, I'd probably respect it more if you just came out and said, like, no, that's stupid. Go away. We're not doing that. At least at that point, I would know to not get my hopes, or I would know what to think.
If there's nothing else for you to do and you have Star Chef, you've completed your chopping power checklist, you've done all that you can on your end, other than us asking you, like, hey, why don't you go ahead and buy a 4090 and 64 gigs of RAM, right? So at some point, there is really just nothing else for you guys to do other than, just wait, keep chopping. So when there are actions, we already expose those to you, and I think that's the important part. And the issue is, we could expose more data, have it not be actionable, and then people would just go nuts, and you would see like a bunch of theory crafting.
Okay, so on this, their assertion is that if there's if your rig's just calculating, if there's no work coming in, it's really because there's no work coming in. It's not because of anything else. And they try to dispel that notion because people theory craft and start thinking like, oh, well, if you turn off this or turn on this, although I would say there is something to the theory crafting. When you turn off crypto mining and you only get container jobs, you typically do better. So, that may be an isolated thing, but I don't know that, rubbing your belly and patting your head is going to, end up getting you more jobs. And I think that's kind of what they were going for.
Yeah, technically. However, I don't think we currently allow our customers to choose a higher RAM amount for selecting their nodes. Yeah.
What I'm saying is more RAM is better for you and your machine, right? But in terms of Salad, we do not have data center level of machines. That's not what Salad is all about. It's about consumer hardware. We don't let people select for having 64 gigabytes WSL RAM.
All right, so here they're saying there is no benefit to upgrading to 64 gigs of RAM or 128 or anything like that. Although I've made a couple videos about it saying that if you upgrade to 64 gigs of RAM, you typically get better jobs. And people comment in my videos like, I upgraded to 64 gigs of RAM and I'm not getting shit. You made me spend money. Well, as long as you use my Amazon affiliate link, doesn't matter. But I'm just kidding. My personal experience, upgrading to 64 gigs of RAM, I had the ability to get those larger jobs. When I was at 32 gigs, I was not getting it. Everything else was all the same. I just upgraded to 64, and then I started getting jobs that were like 450 in that range. And so, it does it guarantee it? No, of course not. But you do, again, have the ability, in my experience, my anecdotal experience with a few salad rigs, of getting those higher paying jobs. So according to them, though, from the horse's mouth, it doesn't make a difference. Again, another person saying, I have a bunch of dedicated salad rigs, and, they didn't like the comment, like, you're welcome to step away if you don't feel, and Salad was, to their credit, we're saying, like, if it's not working out for you, just leave. We don't expect you to stay. But again, you set up 10 salad rigs and the profits went away. Are you making these same comments to crypto projects or anything like that? You're not doing them a favor. I mean, they are paying you for the service. It is contractual. We need this thing. You have this thing. Here's some money for the thing. transaction complete. So, you can stick around and wait it out because, again, it's better than crypto mining right now. Or, you can go somewhere else and repurpose your hardware somewhere else or sell it or whatever. But I don't think Salad really needs to apologize for that kind of comment. You're welcome to step away if it's not for you. I mean, if you work a minimum wage job, I mean, that's kind of like an argument that I've always had with a lot of people, like people who work fast food jobs or things like that. They get upset. They think they need more money per hour. And I understand cost of living is very high, but nothing is preventing you from going out and getting another job. I know it's hard and you need that job and things like that, but it's no one's responsibility. I have a set amount of work that is worth this amount of money. Do you accept? You can say yes or no, and you can say no at any time throughout that process. Employers can't really do that. Employees can, and that's in kind of this instance, you're getting paid for providing a service. That's, to me, an employee because you're giving your labor and you're getting money in exchange for it. So, I don't think they really need to apologize through that. It is what it is. Take it or leave it. So that was really all I extracted from that stream. Oh man, that was long. Anyway, Salad turning off referrals, potentially turning off signups, so that's less new chefs coming in and only the existing chefs coming in. As far as my thoughts on it, I understand Salad's position. They want to keep the normies in there, the people who are just gaming on their PCs, because if crypto mining pops off again, everyone that mines cryptocurrency is going to run back to cryptocurrency because the profits are going to be better. I imagine that the AI workload money is going to remain the same regardless of what happens in the crypto space. And so if they're paying out $4 a day and crypto's making you 10, you're going to mine cryptocurrency, and suddenly Salad has all this business that they drummed up and no one to do it. So, maybe there's a potential in there for like a FPPS type payout system. I know it's complex, and, then you're wondering how much money are they really hanging on to on the back end in order to guarantee payouts and things like that. But and maybe it's a subscription model for the host, and you think, I'm not paying money just to provide them my work. But again, if you've got enough systems that make over that. I mean, you pay for Hive OS, you pay for any of that other shit that you use to mine. So maybe you pay for this. I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of solution in there. It certainly seems like Salad's experiencing growing pains on the supply side of things. Maybe they just make it cheaper because they sell in volume. They make it cheaper for the customer, and then they draw more people in. But again, it's kind of a sticky situation when that all these people coming in will leave you at the drop of a hat to mine cryptocurrency as soon as if and when it does pop off. Your normie gamer people that are doing jobs at night, probably not. They're probably just going to continue doing jobs at night and gaming on their PC. Hats off to Salad for trying to figure all those things out, trying to herd a bunch of cats, because if there's anything that could be said about the mining community, it is that it is fickle, and we will go where the money is. And right now, the money is good with Salad. Well, it's not good with Salad, but it's not terrible like it is with crypto mining. That kind of leads to the other idea that I had. I don't know, again, if you're talking development here, a lot of development, but if you do use this idea, Salad, I want money. I want a lot of money. You don't use this idea. You can't use it. It's patented. It's copyrighted. I'm thinking like if the Salad platform was a little more fleshed out, there was like a desktop app. Think of it like the NiceHash desktop app, Kudo Miner app, Unminable app, something like that, to where you could kind of fine tune and do your crypto mining from within Salad, and then you could see in real time, like, oh, container jobs are better, I'm going to do those. Crypto mining's better, I'm going to do that. That way, when crypto mining pops off, everyone stays in your ecosystem. You continue to scrape and harvest and sort of what word, because if they leave they might not come back. So if you keep them in there, you've got a nice easy to use platform, and someone's mining on their CPU, they mine RandomX, or if they're mining on a certain GPU, then they mine certain algorithms, kind of like the NiceHash thing. If we could see that kind of integration, or if NiceHash came out and started offering container loads and through their platform, I think having it all in one place, that'd be fantastic, versus kind of running around and mining on these different programs for different cryptocurrencies. That will always exist for these new proof of work coins, but for kind of the established stuff, you can kind of bounce back and forth instead of it just being in a system tray enable crypto mining, and you have no fucking idea what you're crypto mining, if you're crypto mining anything at all, how much of a cut that they're taking. There's no way to know. So I think that's a potential solution in there. Again, if you use that idea, make the check out the cash. Otherwise, hats off to them. Applaud them for doing the work, trying to put it in, trying to figure this all out. I'd love to know what you think in the comments below if you're doing Salad, and if you are now maybe encouraged to get onto Salad now that the potential for them turning off signups is on review. It's on the table. It's it's currently being threatened. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm the Technicals. See you next time.